In this video, we're going to show you how to build a shareable Data Studio dashboard that shows your Facebook ad spend using the free SyncWith Data Studio Facebook connector. At the end, you'll have a dashboard that looks a little bit like this, and you'll know how to extend it to meet your specific needs. Let's get started. To get started with Data Studio, go to datastudio.google.com. When you first create a data source, you'll have to accept the terms of use. So I'll just fill in my country here and the company that I work with, accept the terms of use, click continue. No, I don't want any email. And now you can get started by selecting a data source. Give your data source a unique name. I usually name it after the service and the account name of the customer. Next, search for the SyncWith connector. Click the connector. The first time you use the connector, you'll have to grant us permission. Now you have access to the actual connector. The connector supports multiple APIs. In this demonstration, we're going to use Facebook, so we'll choose Facebook Ads. Once you've picked a service, click the Next button. Next, you'll have to connect a Facebook account. As you can see, we don't currently have access to any Facebook ad accounts. To do this, click on this link. This will redirect you to Facebook. At Facebook, you'll have to log into your account if you're not already logged in. And then you'll choose which services to give us access to. First, you'll choose any Instagram accounts if you have any, then any Facebook pages. You'll grant us access to specific features of Facebook. Here, I'm just going to accept the defaults. Once you're done, you'll be redirected to SyncWith. We'll confirm that you've connected and advise you to close the window and click the Next button, which is what I'll do now. By clicking the Next button, we'll have a chance to refresh the list of ad accounts. Now you can see that I have access to 2 accounts. I'll choose Spool and Spindle. To finish, I'll click the Connect button. We've now connected this specific Facebook account to our Data Studio account. We'll see the fields that we have access to. Let's just dive in immediately and create a report. You can see that we'll start with the default template that gives us some basic instructions on how to get started. Let's go ahead and build a dashboard for Facebook in Data Studio. So following these instructions, I'll click Add Data. I'll switch to My Data Sources. I'll pick the data source that I just created and click Add. When Data Studio prompts me, I will confirm that yes, I really do want to add it. I would expect to see fields here. Sometimes Data Studio glitches and there's no fields. If that happens, just reload the page, and sure enough, boom, there comes all the fields that we need. So now we're ready to start building our dashboard. I'm going to make a new page in my report. So I've got a whole blank slate. And let's see, what do I want to see? Let's say I want to see how much I spent on ads. So I'm going to drag cost onto here. It says no data. So that's because in the last month, I haven't spent any money on Facebook ads. I could fix this by customizing the date range for just this control, or I could fix it by adding a date range control for the entire page, which will control all of the widgets on the page. That's better for my specific use case. So that's what I'm going to do. And let's pull in all of 2021. So January 1st to December 31st. When you change the date range, it's going to rerun the query, and we're going to see some numbers there. That's great. What else do I want to see? Maybe I want to see how many clicks my ads got. So I'm going to drag clicks onto here. Maybe I want to see what my big campaigns are. So I'm going to search for campaign here, drag that onto the page. And I want to see how much I spent on each campaign. So I'll search for cost. And I'll add that to the metrics here. That's looking better. I don't like the row numbers, so I'm going to disable those under the Style tab. And what else? Maybe I want to see how much I spent each month. So I'm going to search for date and drag that onto the page. Now we can see here it shows a default metric of clicks. I want cost though, so I'm going to click here and search for cost and change it. Okay, that's better. I want it broken out by month. This is broken out by date. So I'm going to change date here to year and month. And this is looking a little bit better. I'm a little suspicious. These numbers over here don't seem quite right. I'm pretty sure I spent more than 20 bucks a month. So what has to happen here in the time series chart, if you change the granularity of a date, it's going to choose just like the first entry. So if I choose it by month, it'll show me the first of the month. So instead, if I go to column chart, and now I'm going to get the aggregation working the way that I want. Although we can see the sort order is a bit screwy. It's sorting by how much I spent. Maybe that's useful in some cases, but for me, I think I want a more traditional, just sort it by date. And time goes from the past to the future. So I'll sort by date ascending. And now we can see I didn't have spend in January and February, but this is my spend starting in March going through the end of the year. So that's pretty much all you need to know to get started. If you want to customize things further, so for example, cost here is just showing up as a number. Maybe you would rather see it as a currency with a dollar sign. You can edit it. You can change the type here, currency, choose your currency. And really, it's all up to you at this point. You can do a ton of cool stuff. You can share this report with other people in view mode, so they can see just the data. They can still manipulate the time ranges, so they can drill into whichever time period is most important to them. I hope this is helpful. I hope you find our SyncWith Data Studio connector useful. If you have any feedback, please let us know at hello@synkwith.com. Thanks for watching.